Welcome to Bob Hack's No Rules Barred. My fellow Americans, welcome to the United States of America. We have been bending over backwards too much to be too politically correct. Such as, press 1 for English if you speak it. Press 2 if you don't speak English. If you don't speak a word of English. We'll bend over backwards to speak the language which you want us to speak. While you're here in the United States, I would expect that you would speak English. Just go to another country and don't speak their native language. They would be insulted. I am insulted too. That we have to bend over backwards to be so politically correct. After all, our ancestors had to learn English to succeed here in the United States. My grandfather, who came here from Eastern Europe, had to learn how to speak perfect English and was a successful businessman and an inventor. To further exemplify this issue, one time when I was in public, another group of people were speaking in a different language. One of my friends in that group, who actually spoke their language, heard what they were saying. It was a very derogatory statement, and answered them in their own language. Boy, were they really embarrassed. How rude. When in public, not in the grocery store, you are expected to speak English as you live in the United States of America. Furthermore, a friend of mine tried to get a job in Miami Beach and did not speak Spanish. He could not get a job. We're all Americans. Do we have to continue to overly accommodate the languages of different ethnic origins here in the United States of America? Why is this happening? Are we overly paranoid? English is a universal language for all commercial airline pilots. We should not have to have English as a second language, ESL. It should be English is our primary language. We are a melting pot of different ethnic groups who originate from many different countries and nations. They call themselves Americans when they live here. And they all learn how to speak English. Let's stop bending over backwards by being over politically correct. We are all Americans. When in the United States of America, speak English, as did our forefathers did when they came to this country. This has been a melting pot of all different nations, and we call ourselves Americans. Let us not betray those who have come before us. Changing our common language should be English. English is a language which proclaims we are all Americans. My grandfather, who came here from Eastern Europe, wrote the following: "We are all Americans. We're here. We are Americans by birth. We're Americans by choice. In our hands lies the destiny of our country. We are all so dearly loved. Let us therefore be constantly on guard, for eternal vigilance is the price of liberty." My grandfather's name was Nathan Hack, written February 12, 1944. Let us all strive to make English as our country's language. You may send your comments to this station by emailing me at clickonbobdetroit.com.